It's done. Which means the curse should be broken. Let's see how Thalaos doing.
Yeah, that was a good fun fight. I enjoyed that. That's what I'm talking about. I have to hold it right. Port back in.
Clive! Is it done then?
It's done.
It is. I was going to ask if there had been any change in Thalaos' condition, but judging by that smile on your face, I think I already know the answer.
You do? Thalaos! He's back!
Thank you, my lord. I can never repay you for everything you've done for me. I owe you my life.
I'm just glad the curse is lifted. There is one thing I'd like to know, though. If you don't mind my asking. What made you seek the Tombury's help in the first place?
Oh, that, well, you deserve to know. It was years ago now, back in my trading days. The Sons of Greek arrested me in Oriflamme, chained me up in a lightless cell with a great sword hung over my head, ready to fall if I didn't confess. Though they never said to what. I didn't, of course. So eventually they just let me go. And I never told a soul. Tried to forget it ever happened. But then you came along and the sight of your sword brought it all flooding back. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't hardly breathe, and I thought that if I gave my old chain to the Tomburys, maybe they could take all that pain away. All that anger. But it only made it worse.
Oriflamme has fallen. And the men who tortured you likely fell with it.
If only I'd known, I might have spared everyone a lot of trouble. I'd convinced myself that you were like them, that all outsiders were the same, but you're not. Far from it. Thank you, son. Thank you.
Praise be to Yevon. The Cid's legacy grows evermore. So that's a good start to this final set of side quests here.
Clive, there's something I need to tell you. After we parted ways on the path to the cloak, I went straight back to Thalaos and explained to him what you were doing on his behalf. And just like that, his pain began to fade.
What do you mean? Just like that? The Tombury King would have still been alive.
Oh boy.
I had to contend with dozens of his minions before I found him.
Then, perhaps one of them warned him of your coming and he broke off his ritual. Or, perhaps knowing that an outsider was fighting for him was what lifted the weight from Thalaos' heart. I know from experience that many illnesses are not wholly physical, but of the spirit, at least in part.
Was there ever really a curse then? Or was Thalaos simply suffering from the pain of his memories? And the guilt of what he'd done? For all the difference it makes. I suppose we'll never know.
Maybe not. But this much I do know. It was your strength and your selflessness that healed his heart in the end.
I'll be sure to tell my healer friend when I get home.
Sometimes it's just that easy. And there it is. Okay. Some orichalcum. Cool. Now, can we make a new weapon as a result of this? Talk to Smithy.
Yes?
No. Oh, I can reinforce this. I didn't know you could reinforce that.
Will that do, yeah? Done. Will that do you?
I mean, very, very
Better than
incremental
you.
boosts, but hey, whatever. And we can't reinforce those, right? Cool.
It is good to have him back.
I'm gonna leave Shula's quest to the end. I would assume if there's one that could potentially relate to that whole Shiva, like the witch story, it's got to be her. So 3 left, but that was a good start. That's definitely a much more solid quest. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, mister, over here.
Let's see.
Please, mister, you've got to help us. The village is in danger, and if someone doesn't do something... you should have seen it.
Stop. Take a deep breath and tell me everything. Starting with your name.
Sorry, my name's Eirik. When you went up to the Erev was with Miss Shula, well, I followed you.
You could have been killed.
Lady Shula told us you lot were great warriors, so I thought I'd be alright if I stayed close like. But then I lost track of you in the woods, and that's when I saw it.
Saw what?
A great, big, dripping, drooling monster. Spitting out great spouts of water it was, that were tearing up the ground and cutting down trees.
Spouts of water. I don't recall seeing anything like that in the forest.
Well, I did, and I don't ever want to see it again. You'll get rid of it, won't you?
Let's go.
All right. If this creature is as terrible as you claim, it could well pose a threat to the village. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, mister. It was over by the Swift one that I saw it. Maybe it's still there.
Then that's where I'll start my search. But this time, you're going to stay here. Understood?
I wouldn't go through those gates for 1,000 gil. Not with that thing out there. Good luck, though.
Alright, that's more like it. More monsters to slay. Let's restock those potions. I'm still not at a stage where I can literally like do hunts and stuff without healing at all and whatnot. Don't think that's going to happen.
Here you are. May it serve you well.
But basically, other than Leviathan itself, I don't think I've had any
Here you
game
are.
overs. Like, Leviathan was a completely different step up from everything that we've faced so far. As it should be. Now, where do we go? Near the Swift Run. Okay. Good old fast travel. Thank you very much. Yeah, this part of it just looks really nice. Giant, well, I was going to say giant tree. The rest of it ain't there, but at least Buddy's there. Yeah, it just looks so good. Okay.
Is that the hunter?
It's you. Nasev's savior.
Are you all right? What happened?
I was tracking an ibex when a great spout of water struck me square in the back. Sent me flying all the way across the clearing.
Did you see what made it?
No. All I heard was a noise. An ear-splitting din.
Might this be the culprit? Leave him to us.
Ah, yes, okay. One of these guys. Cool.
You've caused enough trouble.
How should we start? So this one, if you could like catch it square in the face, it worked out well. Of course I couldn't this time. But this must be kind of a bit of a precursor to the main boss here. I'm just going to chain into this one immediately. Huh? Why didn't it? Maybe I pressed the R2 slightly before. Whatever. Just sick him. Okay. Not quite. It's another one. Finish it. There it is.
Well, that wasn't too bad. Hardly a threat to the village, but you can't blame the boy for being scared.
You made that look a lot easier than it was.
Do you think that was the beast which attacked you?
That thing? Not a chance. Would have heard it coming a league away. And the blast of water that hit me was beyond anything an Archelon can manage.
Oh. A boy from the village sent me in search of a beast that could conjure such things, but...
That's it. That's the noise I heard. Sounded like it came from the ruins.
I'll go. You head back to Haven and see a healer.
Yeah, I think we all knew that there was going to be a little bit more to this, so let's push on. I think I'm just going to run past these guys. Okay, we're fully stocked up. See if it's going to be something unique. The design we've seen before. That's it.
What do we have here?
Okay.
Found her. Something's been busy. Whatever this creature is, it's out for blood. But it's not having ours. Stay close, Torgal. Where are you?
Another really cool looking area here. Let's just fight here, man. It's got to be here, no? They want me to keep going, I guess. No? Okay. Yeah, this is a spot. Okay. Yeah, it's one of these. Fine. Thalaos. Thalaos? Thalaos?
Another fragment of Walius' rage. I should have known.
Whoa.
Time to put you to bed too.
Okay. Damn it. Head on. That was kind of epic, to be honest. Get straight in. There are no elemental affinity things. Yes, it's a water fiend, but who the hell cares? So I won't use this one, in case I need it. But I will use this a little bit, I think, honestly. There it is. This attack looks really cool though, I have to say. Oh, I was already past it, man. Come on. Bullshit. Ah. Come on. Oh. Alright, nearly ready. This is so fun. I love this. This is brilliant. Yeah, okay, I took some hits there, but it's still a lot of fun. Come on, you got to stagger. Get these two. Get this one. Oh, it cancels out of that? Shit, that's my bad. I was trying to do more damage during the stagger by being on this, but... yeah, my stagger damage still leaves a lot to be desired, but... oh well. Yeah, starting to see more and more of those moves, so I'm getting a bit more familiar with how to deal with them now.
Nice try.
It wouldn't let me out. It wouldn't let me out. Okay. I think that could have gone a lot worse. I think it avoided all of those hits. Or it did, and I just can't see the health bar. Yeah, interrupted the water wall. It's the first time it got like 2 hits in a row on me, basically. Yeah, while we're powered up like this, let's just reclaim even more HP. Ah, just got away from me.
Too slow.
Managed to parry it a fair few times here. And with this, we should be able to finish it. Really? Okay. And there we go. Another one bites the dust. Aqueous membrane. Very well.
Fingers crossed that's the last of them. Either way, I should let Eirik know the danger is past. For now, at least.
That just looks so good. There we go. Another one complete. So 2 good quests so far, I would say. Found another one of these things. Cool. I'm just going to head back. Well, I guess there is this bit here. Have I been up there? Yeah, I guess I have. But I'll quickly go and grab whatever that is. You can always fast travel back to the village anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Just making sure there's no chests or anything here. I think the Tomberry King was definitely cooler and a bit more fun. I think because that design, again, we've encountered it a bunch of times already. But still. I definitely take these quests over the very first ones that they made us do. They weren't even quests, if you ask me. Alright, let's go back to our haven.
Praise be to the heavens.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I pulled.
How many times do we have to tell you? You're not to go out into the woods alone.
But I wasn't. You're back.
So? Did you find the fiend that attacked me and young Eirik here?
I did. It won't be troubling you anymore.
Yes. I knew you'd get it.
Only because you warned me of its existence. Not that you should ever have learned of its existence, but all's well that ends well, I suppose.
What was it anyway?
A manifestation of Leviathan's power. When we visited Wallius in the Surge, he was angry and afraid. The Icon summoned these creatures for his protection. Though why one would be wandering the ruins of Riversmeet, I don't know.
Maybe it was looking for his mum. That's where she died, isn't it? The Falls.
The Falls?
Aye. When they took her baby, she threw herself off the top. We go there once a year to pay our respects. The whole village.
An Eggy is a part of its master's spirit, but Wallius wouldn't have been aware of what had happened to his mother, would he?
Well, either way, you did us a favor putting that thing to rest. Us and Wallius. Thank you.
Aye. Thanks, mister.
Yeah, that's cool. A little bit of extra kind of lore and history about Wallius and his mother as well. That was cool. Some more of that stuff. It's been a little while.
Fetch.
Okay, I think that leaves 2, right? Yeah. So we're nearly there.
I heard the tributary can fell an ibex from 100 years.
We'll leave the tributary till last, as I say. Delina first.
My lord, might I have a moment of your time? I would beg of you a service.
Certainly. What is it?
It's a long story. But before we get to that, would I be right in thinking Lady Shula told you about the witch from the north?
Yes.
There we go.
She said that your ancestors found her here, and that it was she who taught them the spell to stop time. She was like Wallius, you know. A dominant. The Warden of Ice.
My great-grandmother suspected as much. She cared for the poor woman when the end was near. And it was she whose duty became to attend her grave. A duty that was passed down to me.
I see. And the service you would beg of me?
Well, until recently, the path to the grave had long been blocked by a fallen tree. But when our woodsmen finally found time to move it, we quickly realized it might have been better had they not. On trying to clear the rest of the path, you see, we discovered that a flock of bloodthirsty beasts had claimed the cliffs beyond. None of us was a match for them. But you, my lord, have proven your strength many times over. Would you drive them away for us?
That's what we do.
Of course. I'll see the path is made safe.
Thank you, my lord. The grave is in a place called Witch Drop. To reach it, one must turn left at the Winged Wains, then follow the path around to the right, deep into the forest.
Why so far from Haven?
It was where she lived. When our ancestors first came to Mysidia, they found her there, in an old abandoned village, and it was her heartfelt wish to return there in death. So when she passed away, my great-grandmother had a stone erected for her on the cliffs overlooking the place she once called home.
How thoughtful. Well then, no time like the present. Left at the ships, then round to the right, you said.
Just so. Thank you once again, my lord. I will join you at the grave anon.
Anon. But there you go, that's one of the things I wanted to find out more about, this witch/ex-dominant of Shiva. It was a bit difficult for me to understand. The first time that they kind of mentioned all that stuff, I was like, wait a minute, is Shiva's dominant still, like, is this witch actually still alive, or like her spirit's alive somehow, or whatever it is? Like, it sounded like she still exerted some kind of power or force. But I guess maybe the boss that we fought, the Timekeeper, whatever it was, is kind of more of a, even though the dominant herself is gone, he's still, like, they still kind of remain. But yeah, it's good that we're getting more about that stuff. It's one of the more interesting things they introduced in the DLC in terms of the story. So once again, Joshua's been pretty much completely silent for this whole thing. But the last time we heard him speak was basically at the end of the DLC, like the story part of the DLC.
Quiet.
But that's the way it goes. That's what we're used to, unfortunately. And this DLC hasn't really done anything to change that. So it's still one of my premier, like, gripes about the game, I think. And while I still deeply wish that they made a... shit. It was left at the ships. A Cid DLC. Like, the Cid and Clive dynamic was too good, man. Like, they should have done a little something, you know, to continue. But it is what it is. I don't know how much they planned these things in advance, like, as in, did they already know that this was going to be the DLC pretty much when they were already making, like, the main game? And they couldn't foresee, like, how popular and how good the Cid section would be and stuff. Like, I'm sure there would have been a great demand for a Cid DLC. It's definitely not just me, oh, for God's sake. The ship kind of looks like it's blocking the path. I thought it was the path, like, next to the ship. But I think you really have to go, like, properly into it. And what I didn't want to trigger off an encounter. It's this little bit here. My bad. Yeah, now we got it. I tried to just like spend some time running through the woods as well. Not just fast travel everything, you know.